Hi everybody, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how you can enhance your focus to allow these manifestations, these desires that you are wanting to come to you. Now, when I was building my business, I was so focused on the fear of it not working, on the lack of not having what it was that I wanted with my business, that guess what kept happening? Exactly. I kept getting the same results, no matter what I was actually doing to build my social media platforms. I kept getting the same result. And it was like I was bashing my head against a brick wall. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you based on what I did to transform my mindset, my focus, to manifest my desire of having a successful coaching business. And this can be used with a specific person, with money, with a specific job, with your health, with your appearance. It can be used in any area, but I'm using it as a relatable experience based on my business and how I was able to, by enhancing my focus and what I did to turn my business around, to become successful, to become a global successful business. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. For those of you that are new, I'm Natalie, and this is As the Pennies Drop. And this channel is all about guiding you to create a life you love, deserve, and desire. If you would like to find out more about me, you can just click on the link below. It will take you to my website. If you would like to find out more about my coaching services, my one-on-one coaching services, again, click the link below, or you can just email me at natalie@asthepenniesdrop.com. Okay, so back to the video. I started As the Pennies Drop, my coaching business, in August 2020. And I was putting all the work in, I was doing all the right things. I had purchased some marketing support as well. You know, I had a structure that I needed to follow and that I was following diligently. And at the same time, I was creating my YouTube channel, which I was posting diligently. And I was doing my affirmations once or twice a day diligently. But I wasn't really seeing any returns. I had no coaching clients. I had all these incredible, amazing ideas, and nothing was happening. In fact, what was happening was my money was going down and down and down. For every month that went by, I was losing money. And the more money that was going out of my account and not coming in, the more I was living in fear and scarcity and lack. So this went on from August. I started off feeling really positive, and I couldn't work out why. I couldn't work out why this wasn't working. I'm like, I'm good at what I do. Why is this not working? And it got to April 2021, and the fear was really taken over me. You know, I'd have sleepless nights, get quite upset, but I was still doing the work. I was still putting in the work on my social media platforms, including YouTube. And I decided enough was enough. There must be a block. I couldn't see it. And sometimes we can't see our own blocks, which is why coaching can be incredibly helpful if you feel like you're doing everything right, but something's not working. So I decided to have a coaching session with this lovely lady. And what happened literally was my journey to catapult my mindset, to enhance my focus, to then finally start to see my business growing. It was a huge, huge part of that. So basically, I had my coaching session, and like I said, this coach was amazing, really, really amazing. And she said to me, why are you focused on everything that's missing rather than all the amazing stuff that you're doing? And I just thought, oh gosh, bingo. This is what I've been doing wrong. So while I was telling myself that the work I was doing was enough, my mindset was going, yeah, but what about this? What about this? You don't have this. You don't have any clients. You don't have, hardly anybody watching your YouTube. You don't, it was all negative that was coming into my mind. But I was thinking, no, I felt like I was more positive than negative, but the fears that I was having and holding on to were getting worse and worse and worse. And the anxieties were getting worse and worse and worse, because it was either this was going to work or I was going to have to go back to what I've known all my life. And it's not what I wanted. So this session really catapulted me into like starting to really enhance my focus, telling the story of what it was that I wanted. I became more diligent with praising myself, with saying gratitudes for all the work that I was doing, for how amazing that I was. I was complimenting myself for, not giving up, for keep pursuing, and and the amazing work that I was doing, and that it was going to eventually really start helping people. In fact, it was already helping people. I just wasn't aware of it because I hadn't had any kind of interaction with clients really. And I started looking at all the work that I was doing in a really empowering way. So I took my focus on from what was missing, and I just focused on what it was that I actually had right now. And I did start to have platforms that were growing, and and I would start to see the compliments, like my friends would compliment me about what I was doing with my business and how proud they were of me. And I thought, well, that's because I am proud of myself for what I'm doing. So I really took the focus off from what I didn't have to what it was that I wanted. And something she also said to me in this coaching session, I only had one coaching session with her, and she said to kind of just put it out there. What is it that you need to kind of catapult you to keep moving forwards, to enhance what it is that you're doing, which will therefore get you where you need to be? So I just put it out there, and I said, thank you, universe, for bringing me the best, most greatest opportunity to get me where I needed to be. So anytime I started to have a little bit of fear, I was like, no, thank you, universe, for bringing me the best, most greatest solution to getting me where I need to be. It was probably about a couple of weeks later, I got an email from a gentleman who I then trained with, which are now my ultimate transformation programs and my 6-week breakthrough program. So I trained to become a therapist in this area of timeline transformation, subconscious transformation of the mind, rewiring and reprogramming the mind, obviously, as well as enhancing my manifestation skills. And he literally came in at the right time. I had been ignoring all these other like coaches that had been messaging me on LinkedIn saying, oh, we help coaches get leads, we help this, we help that. I thought, no, that's not what I want. It doesn't feel right. But this email that I got felt so personal from this person that I then had a conversation with him, and I spent money that I didn't have, but I knew that I had nothing left to lose. And I trusted. I felt I felt really trusting in him. And this was again a part of that whole kind of how I was enhancing my focus to what it was that I wanted, as opposed to what it was that I didn't want. So I then had this major distraction. So I purchased this course, and there were loads of live sessions coming up, but there was a hell of a lot of pre-work that I had to focus on. So as well as focusing on what I was grateful for and all the amazing things that I was doing, I also had a massive distraction away from the fear and the scarcity of doing this online course. And it was a lot of hours that I had to put in to basically get myself prepped and ready to do the live sessions, the live group sessions. So I took my mind again. So I took my mindset off what it was I didn't have, and I was just all in on what I did have. I had the distraction that I needed because it was something that I was passionate about and really enthusiastic about. So I was in the now, living in the now, focusing on this course that I had purchased, going all in with it. I did not have time to focus on lack or scarcity at all. I then, at the same time, started to focus on doing more and more and more of my affirmations about what it was I wanted with my business. So far, I have taken my focus off what was missing. Put all my focus on what I was really grateful for and what amazing things I was doing to build my successful business. I had asked the universe, so just put the question out there. Thank you, universe, for bringing me the best, most greatest opportunity or solution to get me where I need to be. I then got this support. I then purchased something, this amazing, amazing program that enabled me to then be 100% distracted from what it was I didn't have. And I was all in with that course. So I didn't have the time. It took up so much time for me to do that work. I didn't have the time to think about what was missing. All I knew is I had to get this work completed by a specific date for me to be ready and prepped for the online group work that I was going to be doing, the live group work that I was going to be doing with a lot of other people. I then started at the end of May to loop the story of what it was I wanted. I started to feel more confident. I started to have less fear and less doubt. And I just went all in with looping the story of what it was that I wanted. So anytime I had a gap during the day, I would literally be looping the story. If I wasn't distracted working, I would be looping the story of what it was that I wanted with my business. So it was a variety of different affirmations that I would use. And I said, it's so much, I can literally, even now, I can just say it off the tip of my tongue. So I focus primarily on what I was grateful for, this course, and then my affirmations. The only thing I focused on was what it was that I was wanting. I distracted myself by doing something that I was passionate about. I'd put the question out there to get the solution and the opportunity to come to me easy and effortlessly, and it did. And I just told the story. I started to get into that creating that momentum of just telling the story of what it was that I wanted in my business, for what it was that I wanted in my business to start to manifest. Now, I just went all in. I didn't think about how it was making me feel, but I knew that I wasn't feeling that scarcity and that lack like I was. Maybe a tiny bit here and there, but hardly at all. Not when I look back, nothing noticeable, because I was so busy focusing on what it was that I wanted. With my affirmations, I wasn't allowing these old negative thoughts to come in. I wasn't allowing this scarcity to come back. I wasn't allowing myself to look at things that were missing. I was just focusing on what it was that I was doing and what it was that I had, and gratitudes. And then, like I said, looping that story. What did I do when I didn't know what my block was? And it's easy to see it now, obviously, but when you're in it, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it can be, but in this instance, I think I'd got myself into such a spiral that I found it really difficult to find my own block. So I got support. There was support all around you. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to kind of do 9 months of something and not have any kind of real evidence of what it is that you're wanting. So I reached out. I had one coaching session that enabled me to then focus on what it was that I was doing that was amazing. Therefore, I'm building my self-concept up of being somebody that is successful, that became more and more confident with the work that I was doing, seeing how amazing my work was that I was doing. And I would even say to myself, even if I'm just reaching one person, at least I'm starting that ball rolling, and that one person is going to get the help that they need. And that made me feel better as well. You know, putting that question out there. Thank you, universe, for bringing me the best, most amazing opportunity or solution to getting me where I need to be. I then got that come back to me very easily and effortlessly and very, very quickly. I then was distracted with that work. Therefore, I couldn't be focused on anything other than the now, because I was passionate about doing that and completing that work before I started the live online sessions. And I then, at the end of May 2021, I started looping the story of what it was that I wanted. That's all I did. I just looped the story of what it was that I wanted. And because of all these other things that I had been doing, it was a lot easier to do that as opposed to not doing that. So I had the distraction of the course. I was focusing on everything that was amazing, that was going right for me. And then I was telling the story of what it was that I wanted. That is how you can enhance your focus to allow your manifestations and your desires to come. I started to get my clients more consistently at the beginning of July. So basically within a month, 4 or 5 weeks, something like that, I started to see evidence of this working. So if you're interested in one-to-one coaching, or if you feel like this video is enough for you, then just give it a go. If you are struggling or you would like some more guidance with this, then just click on the link below. It will take you to my website, and you can contact me through the website, or you can book a session, purchase a session through the website, and we can work out what this block is that is holding you back from having the life that you deserve. Take care, guys. I'll be back soon.